So what's the plan for 2024? I want to talk to you a little bit about what I'm planning on doing on YouTube, and also just talk to you about some of the goals that I have for my own personal development and development as a lawn care professional. Let's get started. I got 7 things. Let's run through them. Today's video is sponsored by my friends at Yardbook. If you need a software for your lawn care business, then go to yardbook.com and sign up for a free account. I am decided that in 2024 I am planning to continue working with Yardbook and Graham Spray Equipment, both companies that I was a customer of theirs before they became a sponsor of the channel. Love those companies and glad to be working with them for another year. All right, number 1, 2024 is the Bringing Back the Lawn Care Life Conference. Some of you have heard me talk about this, the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference coming up February 23rd and 24th in Springville, Alabama, near Birmingham. It's a Friday night and all-day Saturday event. And the reason I want to mention here is the early bird ticket price of $197. That includes your meals, and that is expiring December 31st, 2023. The price is going up after that. So if you know you want to come and you want to lock in that early bird rate, then I would recommend you do so. Go to lawncarelife.com after you watch the video, and there's a link that says conference. Myself, Paul Jamison, Naylor Taliaferro, Jeremiah Jennings, Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut, Caleb Brittany Allman, and others going to be there. Shaping up to be the biggest one. This is the 4th conference we've done. 2 great sponsors on board now, Gravely and Crest, planning to bring equipment, so should be a great time. All right, number 2, I want to tell you a little bit of what I'm thinking through as far as my YouTube schedule is going to look like in 2024. What am I going to be doing? What kind of content? One thing I really want to do, and I did a little bit of this last year, but I'm wanting to do a lot more of it this year, is I want to do some lawn transformation projects where I take on a nasty looking, ugly yard, and I'm talking about from a weed control perspective that's just full of weeds, and let me see if I can turn that yard around and make it look good, and not only do it and let you see the results, but also explain to you the exact process I'm using. Show you what products I'm spraying, what fertilizer I'm using, so that you can understand how to do the same thing on your own yard, or you may just enjoy watching the process, see a yard transform. Now, there's kind of a window of time where it's good to find those yards that are easy to turn around in my area. So I mean, probably like February, March, and April might be the best times. Once I get on into April, I'm probably already going to be dealing with crabgrass, like a yard full of crabgrass in the summer, so it's going to make it a little tricky to show you this beautiful finished product if it's full of crabgrass. So ideally would be like February, yards full of weeds. I can go in there and spray it and get the fertilizer down in spring and show you a beautiful yard. But anyway, hopefully I can get a lot of those done. I also want to continue doing like videos I've done in the past where I'm testing multiple products on tough weeds and seeing just on video which product works better to control weeds. If you guys got some video ideas, you can feel free to leave those in the comments. The 3rd thing I want to mention is a slight change in the program that I'm doing for my customers' lawns and probably also on my own lawn. So I do weed control and fertilization, as many of you know, and I made just a slight change. So I do a lot of Bermuda and zoysia lawns, and the last year, or last couple years probably, I would go out and I'd spray like pre and post emergent combination for round 1, which would be January, February time frame, and then I would come back with a slow release fertilizer, and then I would come back round 3 and do another pre and post emergent combination. Well, this year I'm mixing up a little bit. I'm going to go back to the way I used to do things with some tweaks, but I'm going pre and post emergent round 1, pre and post emergent round 2, but a different mix, and then fertilizer round 3 and 4. So what's the reason for the change? Well, there's a couple things that come to mind. One, some information I gained this past year was that Poa annua, which is a very common weed that we typically would germinate in the fall, we'd put out a fall pre-emergent. Well, it seems like some research is conducted shows that a lot of Poa annua actually germinates in February, maybe even in March, I don't know. So, you know, on into the early part of the year, not so much in the fall. I mean, it germinates in the fall, but it seems like actually more of it, at least in our area, germinates maybe in February of the following year. Well, putting out a pre-emergent in September is helpful, but some of that may have worn out by the time that Poa annua germinates the following February. So I'm going to add a little bit of spectacle flow to my January mix, mixed in there with prodiamine, which is my crabgrass mixture. And then in March, I want to try putting out Dismiss, which is sulfentrazone, early while the grass is still dormant, hopefully, and see if I can use that for sedge control. So that's kind of the change there, and we're gonna see how well it works. The fourth thing I wanna do this year is I wanna continue to utilize ride-on equipment more. I got the 2023 Z Spray last year. It was great. I was able to use it a good bit in the fall, especially on some larger properties, spraying pre-emergent. I wanna do that again this year. So in January, when I start spraying pre-emergent, I wanna be able to carry that machine and to be able to do a lot of spraying with that. I'm still going to be spraying a lot of it with the Gram spray rig, and still use the Gram spray rig to fill up the Z Spray. I tell you, it took some getting used to riding on that machine, and there's some pros and cons to it, but overall I love the machine, love riding it, and love the results that I'm seeing with that application. So I want to continue to become a better operator and use that machine more. Big difference is some of the yards I used to hate doing, the big yards I'd be so tired, are not a big deal anymore because I'm riding on that machine. The fifth thing I want to do, and I feel like I have been continuing to improve in this area, is take a little bit more time off. We have talking as a family, I've got 4 kids, wife and 4 kids, and just trying to incorporate a little bit more trips, not necessarily traveling across the world for a month, you know, but just even if it's a short 2 or 3 day trip, sometimes that can be good family time. And the problem is if you just get totally swamped with your business to where you don't have time, actual time to take those trips, or you don't have any mental capacity to even think about that way, because every ounce of your waking moment goes toward your business. But I want to be able to take these trips, have the family time, have capacity to be able to do things other than just lawn care, because that's not, I've said this before, I don't want to just die and on my tombstone they just put greatest lawn person ever. Not that I am. I'm just saying there's other things in life than just lawn care. So I want to make sure that I'm continuing to leave time and space to invest in other things that are important to me as well. Sixth thing I want to mention is using my calendar more to improve efficiency. So I've been thinking about this lately. We were kind of working through some goals for the new year, and I was listening to a football coach the other day, and he was basically saying they have their whole season, or maybe even the whole year, planned out, like what we're going to do every single day for the whole year as far as relates to football. I'm not a football player, not look to become one anytime soon, but I thought if you're trying to accomplish a lot of things, like I'm trying to balance like YouTube videos and my own lawn business and my family and other responsibilities, then it may help for me to be able to add those things on a calendar. So if the idea is that on once a week I'm going to spend 30 minutes with one of my children, then I can just put that on the calendar, and it would have a better chance of that actually happening than just waking up and hoping for the best. So scheduling out things, planning out the week, and then having a time at the end of the week to evaluate whether I actually did the things that I set out to do or not, I think is going to go a long way. And it seems like, and somebody can leave a comment, but it seems like people that get a lot done and that are efficient, they have a plan. You know, I mean, maybe they're just born, they wake up and they just go, but that, I don't know if that's the best strategy. So I'm thinking having a planned approach that involves writing things down on a calendar and going back and checking. And this can be business things as well as personal things. Because in that, I mean, I've got other goals. Like I actually started running a little bit this past year. I want to improve on my health and just quality of life and feeling better. And so those things are going to take planning and discipline as well as running my business. Next thing I want to mention is a Together in the Trades. My wife and I got invited to participate in Together in the Trades, which is going to be toward the end of July. You can go to togetherinthetrades.com. This is Brian and Liz Fullerton and Caleb Brittany Allman, our joint venture. I think they've done it 2 or 3 times already. I've never participated, but this year it's going to be a cruise leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, I believe, late July. So you can go Together into Trades to sign up for that, but I will be one of the featured speakers on that event, and look forward to hopefully seeing some of you there. Thanks for watching the video. I'm excited about 2024. I'm feeling good, feeling refreshed, and ready to go out there and make something happen. I'll be starting next week spraying yards. Look forward to meeting a lot of you guys in person, hopefully at my conference or together in the trades or some event that we happen to be at together. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hey everybody, it's Jason Creel, and let me be the first to invite you to the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference, February 23rd and 24th in Springville, Alabama, just outside of Birmingham. I've got my friend Paul Jamison, Alan Hain, Caleb and Brittany Allman, Jeremy Vest, Naylor Taliaferro, Jeremiah Jennings, and others coming, and hopefully you coming to this year's event. We've got seats for 300 people, and this year's gonna be bigger and better than ever. This is our 4th conference to do, and the early bird ticket prices is $197. That includes all your meals. We got a Friday night session, we got dinner, we got an after party, and we got breakfast and lunch on Saturday with a day full of sessions. We've got equipment to ride on, giveaways, sponsors. It's gonna be a great event, a lot of transparency, a lot of interaction, a lot of tips on how to grow your business, and a lot of fun. We hope to see you February 23rd, 24th, Springville, Alabama.
I absolutely love Jason and Tracy Creel. They have humongous hearts of hospitality. They host a wonderful event. I attended it back in 2020, and I'm really looking forward to returning to Sweet Home, Alabama for the 2024 Lawn Care Life Conference.
Hey guys, I can't wait to see you at Jason's event this February. There's going to be a lot of speakers giving as much value as they can, such as myself, as well as a lot of great networking opportunities. Hope to see you there soon.
Hey y'all, I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Happy to let you know that I will be attending the Lawn Care Life Conference in 2024, February 23rd and 24th of 2024. This is Jason Creel's conference. This is the 4th year. I've been there every year. I'll be a keynote speaker this year, gonna bring you some fire.
I'd say there's no better place that you can go to get the tools you need to be successful.
Like-minded people, good networking.
I've learned a lot about growing my business more than anything here.
I tell you what, this place could not be any better. We got a lot of great information, a lot of great speakers. The food was awesome.
Jason Creel has done a very, very excellent job in presenting this lawn care conference.
Awesome to meet some of the guys that you follow on YouTube.
You're around like-minded people who also want to grow, and you're listening to people who were just like you who are also growing.
Definitely be coming back next year.